stick with that.
No, it's 11. Our greenhorn friend will confirm that in a second. Now then, how many eyes does a Morai have?
11.
Is that your answer?
You heard him all right. Ask the third question.
All right, don't push me. Question is...
Don't push me.
Where does Kalita live?
I know. She lives in the middle of the lake.
Rubbish. Kalita lives in a cave.
You think so?
What I think is irrelevant. The clown shall answer the question. Now then, where does Kalita live?
In the middle of the lake.
Lemmy, you're not a greenhorn after all.
I always believed in you. Didn't I tell you,
I always
Ralph?
believed in you.
All right. Here, take the stone powder. And use it to extend our sphere of power.
See you later.
Yeah. You know where to find us.
We're not going anywhere.
Okay, so stone powder on the pointy
This
hat.
hat used to be much more pointed. Maybe the stone powder would be a good substitute for the starch. Uh-oh. That seems to have worked a little bit too well, and we're not like this at all.
Petrified hat. Okay. Come on, Spot. Thought there was a cutscene. I lost my icon. Okay, where's the tree? There's the tree. Oh. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, puddle. Hops. Puddle.
That seems to be the right place for that. The pressure from the explosion would extend into the hollow tree trunk. I don't feel too enthusiastic about fireworks, but who gets what he wants all the time?
Alright, we need an ignition source.
Come on, Spot, show your stuff. Now let's get out of here, quick.
Get out of here. Okay. Take our butt plug and stick it in the hole.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Quick, Spot, come here. There it goes. Oh dear.
Perfect.
Together with the last rays of the sun bathing the sky above the lake in autumnal red, Sadwick floated towards the island. A peculiar fatigue overwhelmed him in the cold air of the night closing in.
Sadwick!
What? Where am I? Oh no, not that dream again. Have I fallen asleep?
You have never been more awake than now.
What do you mean? What do you want from me?
I want you to fulfill your destiny. This world must be destroyed by your own hand.
I would definitely not do that. Never, do you hear me?
If you do, you will perish together with this world.
No, you're lying. This is all just a dream. I want it to stop. I want to wake up.
Yes, Sadwick. It is time. Wake up!
Chapter 2.
Ouch. What? Where am I? I Obviously, I've already landed on the island. Without breaking my neck, it must have been a very boring landing. I slipped right through it. What time might it be? Hey! You!
Hello, my little friend. What kind of a costume is this? Would you happen to be a clown?
I'm a carny.
In other words, a clown. What brings a clown like you to such a joyless place?
I've got to get to Corona.
To the king's castle. No matter where you came from, you've taken the wrong turn. There is no road leading away from this island.
So Shauna has sent me into a dead end? I have to find Khalida.
Khalida? Well, you have found her.
What do you mean? Are you Khalida?
Me? No, but I am a part of Khalida.
I don't understand a word.
You don't always have to understand everything to act in the right way.
Do you really have to speak in riddles? I need help desperately. I have to prevent the world from collapsing.
Doesn't everyone have to do that? One type of person does that by taking action, others by remaining inactive.
Yes, maybe. But I really have to do it. Not in a metaphorical, wishy-washy kind of way.
I see you are full of concern, little man. I wish you good luck on your quest. It's dangerous to wake Khalida. Perhaps she will eventually help you to leave the island, but consider that you yourself are a part of her as long as you stay here.
What? Hey! Wait! What do you mean by all of that? Hello?
Hello?
I've got a bad feeling that the search for Khalida could take quite a while.
Got a bad feeling about it. Cannonball Ride! Finish chapter 1.
What kind of strange bubbles are those? Are there hot springs here or something? Swimming back is way down on my list of choices. Somewhere between suicide and wait for the end of the world.
That's pretty low on the list.
I prefer still water. Seems like it's been a long time since a flag's been waving here.
A flag, huh?
Phew. No chance. Though the pole is quite brittle, I'm just not strong enough.
And we have an empty inventory. Good place to save it. Chapter 2. What else we got? Candles?
I like candlelight. It reminds me of my mother's grave.
Uh-huh.
I'd better leave it here. It reminds me of my mother's grave. There's an engraving. Khalida has her ears in the water. Huh? What would anyone do with 5 hands? I don't know what to do with 2. Do you know where Khalida is? Never mind. I'll find out. I like candlelight. It reminds me of my mother's grave. I'd better leave it here. It reminds me of my mother's grave.
Guess we travel on. Ooh, look at all this.
I like candlelight. It reminds me of my mother's grave. I'd better leave it here. It reminds me of my mother's grave.
I have a feeling that candles reminds him of his mother's grave.
I like candlelight. It reminds me of my mother's grave. I'd better leave it here. It reminds me of my mother's grave. I wonder if the rope bridge will remain stable if I take one of those. Nope. No chance. The rope is knotted tightly. I won't achieve anything without proper equipment. Hey, there's my shovel. It didn't survive the flight. The handle's broken off. Ooh, that could have been my spine. This island seems to be inhabited. It seems very quiet from here. Almost idyllic.
Let me guess. It reminds him of his mother's grave.
I like candlelight. It reminds me of my mother's grave.
Yeah.
I'd better leave it here. It reminds me of my mother's grave.
Why do we even have the option to look at?
I like candlelight. It reminds me of my mother's grave.
And how do these candles stay lit for so long?
I'd better leave it here. It reminds me of my mother's grave. How am I supposed to ring that bell? The bell rope is missing.
Hey, we tried to pick up some rope.
No way. Not with the bell rope missing. I wonder if that's where Khalida lives. Locked. Hello? Anybody home?
Hello?
Nobody there.
Hey, Von Colleen.
I like candlelight. It reminds me of my mother's grave.
Really?
Hello.
What? Who? A clown? What are you doing here?
My name is Sadwick. I have to prevent the world from collapsing.
Yeah, very funny. But don't waste your time. You won't be able to boost my spirits anyway.
Who are you?
My name is... my name is Bondo.
What?
Bondo.
Come again?
Bondo.
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 My name is Bondo. Holy
what his name is.
mackerel. I am Bondo.
Bando! How often did I tell you to keep it down?
Look what you've done now. We woke the boss. He's sure to punish me for that.
Why are you so unhappy? Does the impending end of the world bother you too? The thought that all could soon be over?
Oh no. That's something for others to ponder. I don't care if the end is coming. On this island, we're done for anyway. You see, there's nothing to do anymore.
I'm looking for Khalida.
Who are you looking for? Khalida? You're a real clown, aren't you?
Why? What's strange about that? No, wait. Let me guess. Khalida is dead, or she never existed.
No, Khalida exists all right, but you'd better leave her alone.
So where can I find Khalida?
I already told you, leave her alone. It'd be best if you didn't make any noise, so you don't wake her up.
I'm not supposed to do what? Wake her up? So she's grumpy in the morning? So what? What's the big
Least
deal?
till she's had her
Will she
coffee.
throw her pillows and complain about the coffee?
Right. Or she could change into her full height and lay destruction upon the village. Just believe me, you don't want to wake Khalida.
I'm beginning to wonder myself. I have to find Khalida. The world will collapse if I don't.
Do whatever you want, but I'm not helping you. I don't want any trouble, and I don't want to be blamed when disaster strikes us.
Just a moment. I don't want that either.
So you better let her sleep.
What do you mean there's nothing to do anymore?
It's been quiet here, since the boss closed the factory.
Factory?
Pearls used to be pressed here, but the production has been discontinued.
Don't
I
press
see.
pearls.
Why is that?
Well, the boss met his goal, 10,000 pearls. And now, he's afraid of losing everything. What he fears most is that someone could wake Khalida. He's really paranoid. I can't make the slightest sound anymore. It used to be different. I was allowed to do the most thrilling jobs. I used to blow the foghorn in the House of the Howls. And come noon, I was allowed to ring the bell, which sounded all over the entire island. But the most thrilling job was the work in the factory. Hot air, thick smoke, and the noise of massive machinery drowning everything out. Whoom! Kaboom! Ha ha ha!
What's going on down there? Be quiet, will you? Or do you want Khalida to wake up?
Oh dear. You see what I mean? The good old days are over. Ah, well.
About those former jobs of yours.
The good old days. What do you want to know?
What was that about the House of the Howls?
Those were the days. Every time big boats came to the island, I was allowed to sound the big horn. Toot, toot, toot! Bando watches over this lake. His call sounds as far as Corona. Toot, 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 toot!
Bando! How often do I have to tell you? Be quiet, will you?
Well, those days are over now.
What was that about the factory again?
Those were the days. I had the fastest shovel on this side of the autumn forest. What I liked best was to shovel coal in the heat of the furnace. Above me, the ear-deafening noise of the pearl press. Wham! Boom! Look here, Mother Nature! Your masterpiece is being surpassed by the power of muscles and machinery!
Bando, I'm warning you!
Nothing lasts forever.
What was that about the bell again?
Those were the days. I used to run to the entrance of the village every noon to sound the bell for lunch. The sound traveled all over the lake. Dong! 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 Listen here, inhabitants of the lake! Bando tells you that it's time for lunch! Put away your worldly chores! It's time to eat now! Dong! Dong! Dong!
Bando! One more disturbance and I'll go nuts!
Those days are long gone.
Couldn't you learn something different?
Something different? Sounds exciting. What do you propose?
You could become a drummer.
Drummer? I bet I'd be a great drummer. I could play the barrel drum in an orchestra. I'd be louder than anyone else. And the cello players would get to feel my drumstick. The audience would go crazy. Bando!
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 I can hear them holler, even now. Bando!
Bando!
Bando! Be quiet already!
Yeah, you know what? I think I'd better skip that. I don't think Reuben would approve.
You could go into road construction.
That's not a bad idea. The streets here could use a makeover, and who could do the job better than I? Cobblestone after cobblestone would have to be pounded into the soil. Wham! Wham! Listen here, oh world! This island will soon have a new road! And after the road is finished, there'll be a bridge to build. And after the bridge, a tunnel